This is a ride we did down at Mill Creek, which is down by Mulberry Mountain, Arkansas. We had just left the Combs Cafe and are headed back to Mulberry Mountain Lodging and Event Center, which is where we were staying at. We had rented a Sears house to stay at. This is where we're coming back and crossing Mill Creek.
Well, this is Mill Creek here.
And my buddy Mike is up in the front, and then got a friend of his, Scooter, is right in front of me. And this is his first time being down riding this area, so when we were going back from having lunch at the Combs Cafe, we wanted to take him by Camp Carp, so that's why we're coming in here. And it's pretty much a straight shot to Camp Carp the way we're going.
But this is November 11th, and it's 72 degrees. Can you believe that?
Yeah, this ride was on November 11th, and it was 72 degrees right then.
We just ate our late lunch at the cafe in Combs.
They had some rain 2 weeks before we came down there. They got some rain, so that's why there's all the water's back up again. They had a really dry summer and had a lot of trees fall. But luckily we had rain before we went down there, so it helped keep the dust down, because if you come down here in the summertime, it can be pretty dusty out in the open areas where the sun can beat down. That's Camp Carp up ahead. There's a little shed there that has a book that you can sign in and sign your name and where you're from and the date.
And here's Camp Carp.
Got kind of this rock here on the right there. They've kind of got a picture of a guy in it that I guess this was his spot here. We looked around there, stuck a sticker inside the little lean-to where they have the sign-up book. Everybody puts stickers and stuff in there, so I've added mine to it too.
Hey, Mike. We can get on it if you want to. It's right back there, just a little ways. Or we can go straight.
We're cutting through the Mill Creek trail system here. We had already paid the day before. We paid for 2 days. Like I've said before, it's the Mill Creek Trail system is $3 a day per side-by-side, which is pretty cheap. They have a pay station on the west side and on the east side. It's kind of an honor system. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the people that subscribed and pushed me over the 1,000 subscribers. I haven't made enough money yet. You have to make at least $100 before they pay you. I'm up to, I think, $37 and something. So eventually, I might get it. But you know, a small channel like this, you don't make any money doing this. But at least I can say I did get to the 1,000 subscribers and I did get monetized. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if you ever have a video that really hits big, I guess you can make some money. But me and Mike, we've been coming down here for several years. It's one of our favorite places to go, and we always stay at Mulberry Mountain Lodging and Event Center. We usually rent one of the houses, so we're staying at the Sears house this time, and there's 3 of us staying there, so it's not too expensive when you split it up like that. But this was supposed to have been our last day. We have the house for tonight. We was going to then leave in the morning, but we got talking it over, and it was so nice down there. I mean, in the 70s. So we ended up seeing if the house was available for the next night, and it was. So all 3 of us stayed an extra day ride, so we got to ride all the next day too. I'll be putting up some of that ride up on that ride. We ended up getting one of the side-by-sides, got his belt wet. We ended up having to drag him out of the water. And we also went to Bees Rock, which is got a rock formation you can go to. But on this ride here, we've been slowly climbing up in altitude. We got down there a couple of weeks too late for the leaves to really be changing. There are some areas where the leaves are still on and colored, but a lot of the areas like this, they've already have fallen and it's just all brown. But you know, there's different areas down there. But if we'd have come a couple of weeks earlier, we would have probably caught the fall colors. And the bad thing about this time of the year is the sun never gets up very high in the sky, so it's always glaring. It seems when you head to the sun, especially with a glass windshield, it always glares pretty bad. Look at that sun blinding you. There are a few little rough patches you go over, but you can get over most of the stuff all right. About too much problem. There was still, even though they had a really dry summer, the 2 weeks it rained before we came down there put a lot of water holes on the trail in places. And it got the waterfalls going pretty good, and the streams were all going. Like I was saying in our next video, we go to Bees Rock, which is a rock formation. It's easy to get to. So if somebody's wanting to go to that, it's a nice, easy ride. And then later on, we was going to take Scooter, and that's this guy in front of me. He's never been down here. Well, we was going to take him to waterfalls we know, which I have yet to find an official name for it, but we was going to take him to that, and that's when he got drowned out crossing a stream. He apparently had put a new belt on before he went down on this trip, and he must not have got it sealed up right, because I was behind him, and when he got in that water where it was deep enough where it was up to the top of his back tires, and he immediately just stopped and the engine just revved. And even though it was 70 degrees, that water's still pretty cold, so I had to get out. Mike, he come back and hooked up, towed him back out of there. So I'll have that in an upcoming video. But I mean, we just pulled the drain plug out, drained it out, revved it up a little bit, and took off okay. You can see there's a lot of red clay out here.
Hold on a second. Yeah, straight or kind of to the left or whatever. I guess it's straight.
Yeah, Mike, he asked me sometimes about which way we should need to go, because I have the ride command, so I have the GPS and everything's mapped out, and I got all my rides down here saved on it, so it's easy to follow the course we want to go to get back. And like I said, we decided that we wanted to see if we could get the house for another night. So we needed to get back before they closed the office up. So we ended up going the most direct route, which took us up here and we got onto West Fly Gap Road, and then that took us down to 23 Highway, and then we took it right on back to the campground. this area here, you're up on the top, and there's some pretty good views often that get to cross the valleys and stuff up here. Yeah, they have a lot of natural gas pipelines and stuff out here too. This is one of the stations here.
I tried to get you to go that way, but it don't matter. It's all good ride. Now,
we'd have had lunch hours ago.
hey, Mike, if you keep going straight, we're going to run into 23.
Right.
If you go up here just a little bit and hang a right,
What time does that store close, you know?
huh?
What time does the store close, you know? What time does that store close for Mulberry?
I don't know. It's 4:15 right now.
Might go there. What do you want to do? Go to the trail?
No,
Maybe
whatever you want to do.
For a night ride.
Huh?
Scooter's talking about staying another night if they have the room.
I might stay another night. I've been thinking hard on it.
He said
Huh?
he said he might too.
Oh yeah? If it's, I don't even know if it's available,
Well, I
but
know. That's why we can go to the office and see. So I'm just going to take the road back.
all right.
So we decided to see. That's why we headed back the most direct route to get to the office before they closed. And the Sears house was open for the next night, and all three of us ended up spending another night, which for me is no problem. I'm retired. They both work and had to take another day off, but I'm glad was able to take another day off so we could get another day's ride. And we had a good ride the next day too. So, like I say, the next video will be to Bees Rocks, and then I'll have one coming up to where we had trouble with belt getting wet and have to get towed out a bit. But I'm going to end this video here. There's no need to put the video going down 23 back to camp. I'd like to thank everybody that's subscribed and watches my videos. Like the video and comment. Check back soon. Thanks.